Hello and welcome everybody to this impromptu JAS stream for today. It's just going to be myself before I go and join our illustrious panel along with Gorilla's Censored Thoughts, our birthday boy coming up, Mr. PvP. Hey, big cat baby over there. My wonderful Miss Moonpie and Miss Deja Vu laying down with my beautiful wife here, Suzanne. So yeah, tonight we've got another of Gorilla's Rome's Total War. And while he's playing along, we'll be talking about different subjects. Like I said, it'll be myself, it'll be Sifdan, PvP, our future birthday boy who comes up tomorrow with his 67th birthday, which we will also, of course, simulcast on 3 different channels starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, don't forget tomorrow's my 2 episodes that I get to review of my favorite show of all time, The A-Team. And I got 2 of those at around 12 noon. Again, with lunchtime with Mikey and this guy, Murdoch 2. Hey, don't stir up on my neck. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so that'll be part 4 tomorrow for that. It's a lot of fun. The lunchtime gig is pretty exciting, and I get to be a weirdo, and I get to, throw things out there and just go, and scare people. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, welcome, Roger Blair. Howdy, Mikey. There's Roger Blair. I hope you folks can all see my big screen here. Hopefully. Roger, good to see you. Okay. So before I go and join Gorilla tonight, I just wanted to let you folks know the movies that are still coming up this year in 2025. And I will actually mention a few of them during the course of it. I'll mention a few that my wife and I are interested in and we want to go see. And maybe you might agree with that, or there might be one of these other movies I mentioned, and you may want to go see that. And let me know in the comments if that is a movie you're interested in seeing. And I will mention it. And that is very cool. Now, alrighty. We do have a lot of movies, so let's get right to it. And hello, Akeem. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Mikey and Roger. Hello, Akeem. Welcome as always, my friend. I'm glad that you're here. I know we were supposed to start at 6, but I just decided to start about 5 minutes early because I don't know how long I'm going to take here. And then, of course, I'm going to try to rest for a few minutes and then join Gorilla. So just want to see what's happening here today. But don't forget, like I said, we'll have a simulcast tomorrow for PvP's 67th birthday. So please, everybody, come. Tell your friends and neighbors. Tell your bum across the street or somebody. Get on a computer. Follow us tomorrow. We're going to have lots of fun tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alrighty. So let's get to the movies here. Let me highlight this right there. Hopefully you folks can read it. If not, don't worry. I'm going to be reading along. All right. Roger Blair says, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm waiting to get this new Captain America movie on DVD. I definitely agree you should see it, Roger. Brave New World was very cool. Yes. And then you get to see Harrison Ford turn into the Red Hulk. Yeah. A Terrapath of Washington, D.C. So that's actually pretty cool. And Roger Blair says hello to Akeem. Hey. All right, guys, let's take a look at this now. All right. So Back in Action. Can't say I've seen it. It's a comedy adventure, but yeah, I'll probably wait till it comes out on, DVD or maybe possibly, somewhere on YouTube. You know how that is. Star Trek Section 31. That was the most abominable thing I've ever seen in my life. We actually were able to see it secretly before it premiered out on the, in the theaters, whatever. And it was just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Gotta warn you against it, okay? It was not good. All right. Then we had Captain America Brave New World. That was really good. I actually, Suzanne and I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of good moments. I have to say, Roger Blair, you're very lucky if you get a chance to buy it, get it. It is very good. Then there's a sci-fi thriller called The Gorge. Can't say I've seen it. Probably not really that interested in it. Doesn't look that good. It's out there, but you know. Then there's The Unbreakable Boy. That's an inspirational drama. Now, some of these may have already came out, so if they did already, I apologize. But just let you know which ones don't look that good to us and which ones we think we might be able to go see. The next one is Last Breath. It's a thriller film. Yeah, it's okay. Legend of Ochi, fantasy adventure. It's kind of a mock up of live action and animation. Not exactly my cup of tea. In the Lost Lands, which is a fantasy film, yeah, it's okay, but I mean, you know, it's not great. From what I've seen of the trailer, yeah, I really can't determine unless I go see the film itself. So yeah, Mickey 17. I heard that was a decent sci-fi film, but I'm not really into it. I don't know why. We have seen the trailers for it though. Yeah, it's not good. Maybe. I don't know. You know, it's up to us. We have to both agree, you know, it's a husband and wife thing here. All right. The Senior, that's a sports drama. Yeah, you know, sports dramas lately have not really turned out well. And I have to say, um, you know, ESPN probably does documentaries better than most sports films. That's really saying something since I'm not a big ESPN fan. So, you know, it's something like that. Then there's The Electric State. That's a sci fi adventure. Doesn't look appealing to me. Uh, the Snow White fantasy remake really looks disgusting. I don't think so. There's a drama film called Magazine Dreams. Yeah, not quite. Freaky Tales, a horror anthology, looks decent. Might be able to get it on a quick DVD if it goes straight to video. We'll see. There's Hell of a Summer. That's a comedy horror. Yeah, we're not much into comedy horrors, Suzanne and I. Lilo and Stitch is the live action remake of the original cartoon, which was done by Disney. No thanks. Elio, that's ELIO animated feature. No. Then there's a live action, I think, How to Train Your Dragon, the fantasy adventure. No thanks. Then there's Wish You Were Here. That's a romantic drama. Yeah, rom coms really aren't the big thing. We like horror or we like sci-fi, you know, or fantasy like the DC Marvel universes. Yeah, we're big into that. Love Me, romantic film. Yeah, nah, didn't look appealing when we saw him in the trailer. Then there's Like Father, Like Son, family comedy. Yeah, it looks okay in the trailer, but yeah, not much into that already. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. All right. Roger Blair says, yeah, Harrison Ford took the place of the guy that played Ross in the other movies. And I thought he did a great job, Roger. I really think you should go ahead and get this movie for yourself. It is very good. And Akeem said, I saw that Section 31 Abomination movie a few days ago, and it was shockingly bad. Yes, it was, Akeem. I'm sorry you had to see it. Uh, Yeah, and I had a feeling about Mickey 17 when I first saw the trailer for it. I was like, yeah, does not look too good. Really wasn't interested, but I'm glad you've seen it. Yeah, Mickey 17, you said started out okay, but it turned to crap very fast. Well, I'm glad you've seen it and spared us the rest of us from seeing that crazy one. Okay, Akeem, awesome. Thank you for doing that. Roger Blair says there's only a few remakes I'll watch. I agree. I think Suzanne and I both agree with you there, Roger Blair. There's only a few that we would even bother to watch. Alrighty. Okay. Pointing at the next one here, action drama called Sinners. Okay, it looked good because I am a big action guy. I like action, but it was okay. Thunderbolts superhero film does look good. Uh, I did tell Suzanne if we don't get a chance to see it, we'll probably try to get the movie, when it goes to DVD because I would like to have it, for ourselves. As much as we also have Deadpool Wolverine, Thunderbolts looks pretty good. So yeah. Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. I never saw Den of Thieves, the original, so if I don't see the original, I'm not even going to bother with the action sequel. Then there's The Wolfman comes back in a horror remake. Would be appealing, but I don't know. I think the Wolfman, which featured Sir Anthony Hopkins and also Benicio del Toro. I think that was the best Wolfman that me and Suzanne have ever seen. I think that's the best one. One of them days, musical drama. Nope, no, 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 no. Musicals have gotten worse. Don't even go see a musical drama, please. Not this year. Uh, Alarum, which is a thrilling action film. Yeah, a lot of these we have not even seen in theaters with trailers and stuff. Unless I see the trailer and it even looks remotely good, yeah, I probably won't even go see it. Then there's Henry Danger, the movie, which is a family film. Yeah, well, family films are usually very boring, unless you have your family and the kids love it. Then you have a thriller film called Both Eyes Open. Yeah, not quite on that one. Then there's Marked Men, Rule and Shaw, an action thriller. That seems like it might be based from the Fast and Furious franchise. Don't know. We'll see. Then there's Flight Risk. Flight Risk is a crime drama. It looks pretty good. Let's see. Then there's Presence, which is a psychological thriller. Yeah, probably not. Inheritance, that's a mystery thriller. All right. Okay. Brave the Dark is a supernatural drama. Maybe not. Don't know. Into the Deep is an adventure thriller. Okay. Screamboat, it has horror, but it's a comedy, so it's a horror comedy. No thanks. I think we've seen all the screamed out things. And we do own some of these Scream movies, those parody movies. A wedding comedy called You're Cordially Invited. Oh, how much fun is that? Then you have Dogman, that's an animated feature. Then there's Companion, that's a drama film. Okay. Let's see. Valiant One, an action adventure. A thriller film called Good Bad Things. Comedy film, kind of pregnant, it says. Okay. Romantic comedy, Love Hurts. Oh, you can only imagine that Nazareth is probably going to be playing in the background. Yikes. Then there's Heart Eyes, which is a horror thriller. Not my cup of tea. Then there's the Witcher, which is Sirens of the Deep, a fantasy adventure. Don't get me wrong, I like The Witcher when I first saw the original, but the rest is not too much. Then there's Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, romantic comedy. No, no, no! Sorry, Renee Zellweger. Not much into you, sorry. The Dead Thing, horror film. No, no. Then The Monkey, fantasy film. All right. Then there's Cleaner, an action thriller. And finally, there's something called Old Guy, which is an action comedy. Yeah, no thanks. Okay. Alrighty. So those are some of the movies that are coming out in theaters so far. There's a couple that Suzanne and I are definitely interested in. In fact, on May 16th, I believe, that's Friday, is when they premiere the Final Destination movie, Bloodlines. That looks really good. It also features Tony Todd for the last time as The Undertaker before he died. So I told Suzanne at the end of this month, when we get paid, which is on Friday, May 30th, hopefully it'll still be in theaters. I think it will be because it's a very good film. It's really great. So yeah, we're going to definitely go see Final Destination Bloodlines. It's like a prequel, but, kind of seeing how it all started. But it's but the guarantee was that it was going to bring everything together. So, plus the previous 5 Final Destination films, which we own. So that's going to be awesome. So we're looking forward to that. Then I just saw a trailer for June 27th, and that looks good. It's Megan 2.0. And Megan 2.0 looks almost as good as the first one and even more action this time. So it does look really good. And we did both like Megan, the first one. So yeah, this 2.0 looks really highly advanced. It looks very cool. Lots of blood, lots of dead people. I mean, mechanical things going at each other, AIs, it looks really good. So Megan 2.0, and that's coming out June 27th. So we'll actually be able to go see that on opening day. That'll be fun. Yeah. Let's see. Then, of course, the movie that everybody's talking about, Superman, on July 11th. That looks good to me. James Gunn might have done something right this time. Who knows? But we're looking for it. Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. Crypto. We're looking at a different Lois Lane. We're looking at Nicholas Hoult. Playing Lex Luthor, and he looks cool. Doing that. And I mean, did you know they even had automated robots that helped Superman out in his Fortress of Solitude? I never knew that. I didn't even think that existed in the comics, but apparently it does, I guess. Huh. So that should be very good, July 11th. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, then in August, there is a guilty pleasure. Now, I am curious about this one. I don't know if we're going to go see it or not, but I am curious about it. It is called The Toxic Avenger. And back in the day, there was like 3 Troma. This was the company that put out Toxic Avengers. And of course, they were all bad. I mean, they were, B movie at best, but they weren't the greatest. Now, my curiosity was sparked because of 2 reasons. One, I'd like to see if Peter Dinklage falls on his ass, trying to do, Toxic Avenger. And the other reason was Kevin Bacon is supposed to be in the film as a criminal, as the bad guy, that treats him bad or something. So, I mean, that's, it looks good that way. And I was like, yeah, that looks interesting. So that's coming out, I believe, August 27th. That would be The Toxic Avenger. Yeah. And then something that's coming out in September. It's a horror film. And I told Suzanne, I said, yeah, I wanted to see this horror film for my birthday. Supposed to come out, I believe, September 5th or something like that. It looks really good. I forgot the title of it. I'll have to look it up, but it looked good. And I said, honey, if we do get a chance to see it, that'll be my birthday present. I want to go see that movie. So, yeah. And I believe that there is a remake of the Fantastic Four. I know that's coming out sometime in the summer. So that's something else we might be interested in seeing ourselves. Which does look pretty good and supposed to add into the whole mythos of, eventually Galactus and Avengers, Secret Wars, which is coming up next year. All of this stuff which is coming out looks really, really good. Yeah. And of course, Roger Blair says I read somewhere the other guy that played Ross passed away. Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. Roger Blair. Yeah, that actor did pass away, I believe. Yes. So, yeah, you're talking about. Well, let me take a look at the because I know he was in that one. He was in the Incredible Hulk. With Edward Norton, I believe. And I will take a look at that. Okay. Let's see. Edward Norton, Liv Tyler. Let's see here. From 2008. William Hurt, yes. Yes, sir. William Hurt played, the actor producer played Ross And then when he passed away, Harrison Ford proudly took up the mantle. I think he did a great job. William Hurt, we lost him March 13th of 2022. He was the age of 71, so he wasn't around for very long, 71 years old, when he passed away. So, yeah, William Hurt. Right. Yeah. Okay. And also, this is the um, referral link to StreamYard. If you're interested, if you're new to streaming or looking to level up, make sure you check out StreamYard and get $10 discount off. There is the link for that if you folks are interested in that. If you're interested in starting up your own channels, I'll place it here on my starred information, and then you folks can check that out. So cool. All right, let me take a look at IMDb. I just want to look at the movies. See if there's any more movies for 2025 that I missed. Of course, the Minecraft movie. That was very good. Let's see. Okay, yeah, and Final Destination comes out this Friday. Bloodlines. Yeah. Okay, the Summer Watch Guide. Okay. All right, well, let's take a look at the Summer Watch Guide. From IMDb there. Okay. All right, so let's go full screen there. Alrighty. Okay, so as I mentioned, Thunderbolts just came out. Good. All right, then there's Final Destination Bloodlines. Like I said, that comes out May 16th. The Lilo and Stitch, no thank you. Then there's Mission Impossible. I'm also relating you folks to some movies we missed from that other list. Excuse me. So this is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and this is the part 2 of that, I believe. Then the next one is Ballerina. Yes, that's the other one that Suzanne and I are interested in seeing, hopefully at the end of this month. That is based on the story of John Wick, and the John Wick universe spins off with Ballerina. It's an action revenge story set between the events of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum and John Wick Chapter 4. Anna de Armas stars as Eve Macaro, or Macaro, a ballerina turned assassin driven by a crime lord known as the Director. In the film, Eve heads out on a bullet blade and flamethrower filled rampage to hunt down her father's killer. With Keanu Reeves called in to stop Eve's rampage, we can't wait to see how this face off might affect John Wick 5's plot. Oh, very cool. So, Ballerina, that looks really good. That's coming out June 6th, Friday. All right. Elio, we said no to. Okay. The next horror film that Suzanne and I are thinking of seeing is 28 Years Later. We own 28 Days Later. We own the 28 Months Later. And now here is the 28 Years Later. and that is coming out on Friday, June 20th. And yeah, they got Danny Boyle, Alex Garland, and cinematographer Anthony Dodd Mantle are back. So that should be cool. And this movie is set 28 years after the apocalypse, where the zombies still remain a significant threat to humanity. It also has Aaron Taylor Johnson in it, Ray Fine, Jodie Comer, Cillian Murphy is working behind the scenes as an executive producer. And next January of next year, the next entry, this is part of a brand new trilogy. 28 years later, The Bone Temple from director Nia DaCosta is coming out January of 2026. So that looks pretty awesome. Hakeem says, I do want to see Mission Impossible. Oops, I'm sorry. I do want to see Mission Impossible. I liked part one, so hope it ends well. Yes, well, I hope it does end well for you, my friend. Definitely. Definitely. That would be worth something to see. Definitely. Okay. Next up, we've got F1. This has our friend in it. Let's see here. Yeah, Brad Pitt is in it, and Javier Bardem. It's directed by Joseph Kosinski, who did the sequel to Top Gun Maverick, and it looks good about Formula One racing, June 27th, and they did go to actual places that they were doing the racing. So, and here we go, Friday, June 27th, Megan 2.0. Oh boy, this looks so much fun. And they did bring back Allison Williams, Violet McGraw, Amy Donald, and Jenna Davis. Oh man, this should be great. Nice. Yeah, it says with all this hype, we suspect theaters are going to get pretty raucous when Blumhouse releases its Terminator 2 for teens. Oh yeah, I'll bet they'll all be going nuts. So yeah, that's coming out June 27th. Okay. And here's another one that we're also looking forward to. Jurassic World Rebirth, which comes out July 2nd. So we'll probably definitely see that first and then go see Superman later. Technically, this is a continuation of 2022's Jurassic World Dominion, but you need to have seen it or you remember that movie in order to pick up what director Gareth Edwards is laying down. This is a standalone story, so you don't have to worry about Chris Pratt or Bryce Dallas Howard showing up in it. But you do get back David Koepp, who is the screenwriter. That is awesome. Also, they've got Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey. I'm really looking forward to seeing one of my favorite all-time actresses, Scarlett Johansson, getting chased by raptors myself. Rupert Friend also is in it, but yeah, I'd rather see Scarlett chased by crazy ass monsters. We'll see. And welcome. Hello, Daniel's Hot Topics. Hello. Just wanted to check in and see how everyone is doing. Well, we're doing great, Daniel. We're just talking about some of the movies coming in 2025 and ones that Suzanne and I are definitely interested in. So it's good to see you, buddy. He says, sorry, I got to go to town now. I hope you have a good day. Well, thank you, Daniel. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you hit that like. Don't forget, folks, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure that you hit all notifications when you subscribe so you know when we have our future webcams or live streams, just like this one that we're doing. And, of course, don't forget to share the channel with everyone. So, please, we'd appreciate that. And thank you, Daniel, again, for showing up. Please, I appreciate that. Okay. I think we only have a couple more to check out here. Let's see. There's Superman coming out July 11th, and it's called Superman Legacy. So it actually does have another title attached to it. And like I said, you got David Cornsweet, who plays Superman. You've got Rachel Brosnahan, who plays Lois Lane. You got Nicholas Hoult, who plays Lex Luthor. You have Nathan Fillion, who was in Firefly all those years ago. He's in this thing. And then you got Frank Grillo. So yeah, it looks really good to us. That is cool. And it says here Frank Grillo is set to reprise his role as Rick Flag Sr. from Creature Commandos. Oh, that is so cool. Yep, there's Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern are all in the trailers. Yeah. And Crypto. Hey, you get Crypto the dog. All right. And then Friday, July 25th, we have on Friday of that day, the Fantastic Four First Steps. Now, I'm a little worried because Pedro Pascal, don't get me wrong, folks, he's a decent actor, but I can't see him as Mr. Fantastic. Okay? I'm sorry. Vanessa Kirby is going to be the Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn is going to be, Flame On, Johnny Storm. And Ebon Moss Baccarat, Bachrach, I believe, is going to be the Thing. Julia Garner is also in it. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. Then we got Happy Gilmore 2, which is premiering on Netflix on July 25th, Friday. No, thank you. I don't even have to go there. Then The Naked Gun. And believe it or not, The Naked Gun has Liam Neeson in it. Why? I don't think so. I think it's disrespecting Leslie Nielsen, to be honest. Seth MacFarlane is producing this. That explains everything you need to know. A guy who runs Family Guy is going to reboot The Naked Gun on Friday, August 1st. No, thank you. Go F yourselves, okay? Stupid. Seth MacFarlane, stupid. All right. Freakier Friday is coming out on Friday, August 8th with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. Wait, Lindsay Lohan's acting again? No! She needs a paycheck. Somebody send her a quick paycheck so she cannot appear in this film. No. Of course, it's Disney, so what do you expect? Okay. I think that's enough of that. There we go. All righty then. Okay, so we are back. So that is just a sample, folks, of what we got coming in 2025, and a couple of the ones that Suzanne and I are most interested in for the rest of this year. I think that some of these movies are going to be awesome. Some may not be great, and some might surprise you. You don't know. But since we do live on a limited budget, we're going to be very choosy, very picky about the ones we want to go see for sure. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And Akeem says, "Hey Daniel, have a great day." And Daniel says, "My friend Jacob just contacted me after a long while. He told me he had a bad year. His uncle just, oh no, he offed himself. That's terrible, dude. Oh, that's so sad." Hakeem said, "Same, Mikey. He's great in The Mandalorian, but I don't believe him as Reed Richards." Thank you. Yes. Pedro Pascal, what the hell are you doing? I don't know, man. Do you need the money that bad? I mean, when he was in Terminator Dark Fate, people got upset because he was not good in that. He was not a good Terminator in that. I'm sorry. He might have been better in Mandalorian, and I have seen at least a couple of episodes of Mandalorian, so I agree with you. He's not that bad, Hakeem, but no, I cannot see him as Reed Richards. No. That just turned me off as soon as I heard that. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Yeah, that sucks, Daniel. I hope your friend is doing okay. Yeah, we hope that all of us hope that your friend is doing all right, Daniel. I'm so sorry to hear that about your friend Jacob. Yeah, it has been a bad year for a lot of us. A lot of people have gone through some real tough stuff. Yeah. And I know my beautiful wife has to go through some surgeries pretty soon. So, it's not good. This whole year has been pretty bad. I hope it gets better. Every once in a while, Suzanne and I like to go enjoy ourselves, go out for maybe once, maybe twice a month if we can, and go see great films and have a nice lunch over at Chipotle beforehand. Yeah, there's a lot of fun times that we do have when we go out and we enjoy ourselves. Yeah, and hopefully there's going to be some good films to see this year. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Well, we got 3 people in the chat. Uh, any of you in the chat interested? Any of the movies that I mentioned? Are there any of them that you're interested in yourself in seeing? And tell me why in the comments, please. If there's any that you're really wanting to go see that's coming out this year. As I said, there are a few I know that Suzanne and I discussed it, and we definitely want to go see them. And then there are a few which are kind of out there. Like I said, I personally wouldn't mind going to see the Toxic Avenger. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it. I really am. But that's kind of my dark horse pick. All the other ones, like I said, the ones that I told you guys about, Jurassic World Rebirth and Superman and uh, Final Destination Bloodlines 28 years later, which looks really good. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good ones there. Right. Plus, in Mandalorian, he's wearing a mask and they are using a voice changer. Yeah. So I can't. I can't really call him an amazing actor. Well, yeah. Okay, you're right. You're right. You really can't. But yeah. But I'm sorry. I can't see him doing Reed Richards. You're right. I can't either. I can't see it. And and I like Fantastic Four. I do. I'm a big comic book guy. I love all these, wonderful Marvel or DC or whatever comes out. But I mean, it's they have to be good. I mean, they have to mean something. They have to be good out there for most people to watch. Or they're just not worth it, right? So yeah. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens with that. Yeah. Now, like I said, the one thing I'm really, really upset about, why in the freaking hell did Seth MacFarlane decide to remake The Naked Gun? Why? Why? I have no concept of what his thinking cap is or if it even exists. I don't know. And I feel bad for Liam Neeson. Why would Liam Neeson want to agree to portray a role that we all know Leslie Nielsen created himself, made it his own, and you don't need anybody else to act in it? You really don't. I mean, I don't get it. And Hakeem says he's also a Toxic Avenger fan. So he's looking forward to it and hoping it's good. Yes, yes. Now, here's the thing Peter Dinklage. Now, when I've seen the trailer, Peter Dinklage playing the Toxic Avenger looks like he could pull it off. And like I said, Kevin Bacon is a well, you know what? Let's verify because I know. Let's see here. Let me take a look at that. Yes, Kevin Bacon and Elijah Wood. Okay. Now, here's what happened with Toxic Avenger, Hakeem. All right. Now, this movie originally was supposed to come out in 2023, but because of the worldwide pandemic, it was put on hold. So now they said that August 27th is when this movie is going to premiere, is when it's supposed to come out. And like I said, I've seen a trailer already for it. I don't know if it was a teaser trailer or the original. It was probably an original trailer. And it looks good. I mean, it does. It looks funny. And, Dinklage playing, like I said, the Toxic Avenger looks good. Bacon looks like he's a great criminal. And he got Elijah Wood in it. So, I mean, like, it looks decent. It really does. Yeah. And let's see. This one says, I guess all that taken money, movie money, has dried up for him. Yeah. I will find you and I will kill you. Good luck. Yeah, well, I guess all your money ran out there, Liam. Yeah. Well, do you remember he played a Black Bart type character villain in A Million Ways to Die in the West? Remember that? And that was the Seth MacFarlane vehicle also. I don't know what it is about Liam and Seth, but they have this bond. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's kind of ridiculous. Uh, yeah, it's just not a thing with me. So yeah. Well, we still have two people watching, and thank you. Appreciate that. As I said, I just wanted to get these movies out there just so you folks get a chance to go over this video and see what you might like and see what you may not like to see, which is coming up here in 2025 and towards the end of the year. Um, at this point, it looks like DC, if Superman does really well, DC is going to dominate the summer. In the winter, in the fall, I think that if Toxic Avenger actually does well, it would dominate the fall time. I'm definitely looking forward to 28 years later. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I know Suzanne and I are really big fans of that franchise, and I really hope that does well as a horror film. That might be coming in October sometime, I believe. Um, that looks really good, though. Yeah. And like I said, some of the movies that might slip by Jurassic World Rebirth, like I said, the recent one coming up here, Bloodlines, Final Destination. Uh, and there is, well, you never know, Fantastic Four could do well again, with this new cast. We'll see. Um, you know, I definitely want to see, uh, Ballerina. Ballerina does look good with, you know, a having a story line in between John Wick Parabellum and John Wick 4. And also the fact that Anna de Armas, who should have been in the last Bond film, No Time to Die, as a CIA agent, should have been in there a lot more. She did a lot of her own stunts and everything. And she was a good pairing with Bond. I think the two of them should have worked together instead of Lashana Lynch, please. Oh my lord. Yeah, I'm not racist, but I'm telling you, she was not the right woman to work with on the movie. So yeah. So I'm looking for Anna de Armas. Yeah, I'm looking forward to her in Ballerina. Does look good. And like I said, in Jurassic World Rebirth, I want to see Scarlett Johansson chased by raptors and huge ass, brand new dinosaurs we've probably never seen before, and all that stuff. That should be a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, and she's probably giggling to herself, going, "Ha ha ha!" Let's see if she gets eaten. Yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I have to say I appreciate you all. There are three people here. Is there any more comments you'd like to make, Chad? Let me know. Uh, is there a movie or two that you're really interested in? You want to go see, later on this year? Let us know in the comments. Are there any that you want us to avoid? And tell us that you hate them. We'll probably believe you and say, yeah, that one does not look good. And then There's a lot of them out there. I mean, come on, who would bring back Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon as live action monstrosities? Please. You can't you cannot get me into a movie to see them. Never, ever, ever, ever. I will not do it. Um, you know, and like I said, make it 2.0. I mean, I had just seen the recent trailer for it, and it does look good. I mean, it's going to be an action packed, like it says, Terminator 2 type film for teenagers. Everybody's going to go nuts, when Megan is reborn, but then she has to go after this other project that Allison. Damn you, Allison Williams! What? Stop making AI robots, you silly woman. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, that should be good. Oh yeah, yeah. And Hakeem says avoid any new Trek films. Unfortunately, yes, sir. I would avoid them all. Yes. Now, that being said, there are a few Trek fan films which I still haven't been able to go over yet. But before I do, there is going to be, hopefully in the future, in the near future, it might take a couple of weeks or it might take a couple months, I don't know. But Troy Pacelli of Last Call has officially or unofficially voted me along with a few other gentlemen to talk about Star Trek, Star Wars, and DC fan films. And I am a huge fan of a fan film. The people that work so hard with very little money and very little resources to put out some fantastic content should be rewarded. And I think that some of their fan films should definitely become canon. I really do. And, you know, in the Star Trek universe, we've had New Voyages by James Cawley. We've had Star Trek Continues by Vic Mignogna. Those should all be canon. Um, Bar none. I think every single episode should be included. Because if you really look at it from one perspective, as I said before, if you look at the 3 seasons of Star Trek, the original series, right? Then you take the Star Trek animated series and you add those 22 episodes in. All of that be considered year 1 to year 3 of the original Enterprise NCC 1701 being in space. Then when you've got the 10 episodes that James Cawley put together called Star Trek New Voyages, those 10 episodes could be considered, Kirk and the Enterprise's 4th year in space. And then finally, when you do Star Trek Continues and you do those 11 episodes, you've been in space for a 5-year mission. And as I've said before, I won't try to spoil this, but when you watch the final episode, it's a 2-parter, okay? For Star Trek Continues, you watch that all the way through both episodes and through the end of the 2nd episode. And it's called The Boldly Go. And once you've done that, start up your movie collection. We have all the Star Trek films. You start up your movie collection of Star Trek the Motion Picture, and it goes right there. And it goes right there. And it is so awesome. It really is. And hello to Devil Flyer Momentum. Welcome. And Devil Flyer Momentum says, hope you're feeling better. Your voice sounds much better. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Momentum. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That is awesome of you to say. Thank you. Yeah. Hakeem says a lot of fan films are great. They are, sir. Absolutely. Totally agree with you. And Hakeem says hello to Devil Flyer. And Devil Flyer says, good breakdown. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. And Devil Flyer says hello to Hakeem. Fantastic. Devil Flare, I want to ask you, my friend, are there any 2025 movies coming up that you're solely interested in? If so, do you want to mention it in the comments there? Let me know. what you think. Might be some of the ones that Suzanne and I are thinking of seeing, because there's a few we're definitely interested in. So if you know of any that you would like to see yourself, yeah. Oh, he says nope. Okay. All right, sir. Well, hey, you never know. There might be one or two that you might try to slip by and you might catch them. So yeah, if we do talk again, let me know, okay, sir? It'd be much appreciated. Yep, Rex is cool. Um, and there's lemon pie. Good evening, fruitcakes. Well, hello, Mr. Sir Lemon Pie. How are you doing? It's good to see you, my friend. We got 6 people. Wow, this is great. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, we'll be here for about 10 more minutes or so. Depends on how long we can go. I'm trying to rest a little bit, before Gorillas thing again tonight, and then of course I've got a whole big day tomorrow. You know, tomorrow night I've got the birthday for PvP, so that should be interesting. And Sir Lemon says hello to Rex. And Rex says, I watched the new Nosferatu. You did? Oh, cool. And he says, hey to Lemon. And hey, Mikey, from Sir Lemon. And Hakeem says, hey, Lemon. So what you think? What you think, Rex, about Nosferatu? I think that Bill Skarsgård did it again, man. I think that he created some nightmare fuel playing Count Orloff. I think it was done very well. I really did like it. Suzanne thought it was pretty scary too. Well, she wasn't really scared out by Bill, but in Pennywise, when they did It Chapter 1 and 2 and brought that back with Bill playing Pennywise, oh yeah, she was plenty scared. Yeah. Yeah. And Rex said it was okay, not scary. Well, that's fine. I thought it was pretty scary when he first showed up as Count Orloff. I thought that was cool. Um, you know, I here's the thing. I remember Nosferatu twice. And I'll tell you why. The first time is because I had to study it for film school. I was in a cinema class in community college. So we had to study it. And that was the first time I'd seen it without any additional music accompaniment or anything. The second time I got to see it was in a theater. I went to go see it with the music included. And that was done really well. It was done really well. And then it just kind of faded away from memory. I don't remember what had happened to it. But then, last year when they brought out Nosferatu and they brought out Bill Skarsgård was going to play Count Orloff and all this other stuff, I looked forward to it and I wanted to see it. And yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't quite scary. I don't think it was meant to be really scary, but the psychological aspects of it, the drama in it was pretty good. Yeah, nicely done though. Yeah, the special effects were, and you know what? The thing was they didn't use a lot of CGI. If I recall correctly, they used a lot of practical effects, a lot of visual effects, and I think that was really sold it. And of course, Bill Skarsgård, is a great actor, and I think he sold it. So yeah, yeah. And Rex did say nicely done though, absolutely. And Lemon says Hakeem. So, alrighty. Okay, so we have 4 people watching. If any of you there in the chat are interested in knowing when a certain movie is going to come out again, let me know. I will mention it one more time here before we head out. If not, then we can go ahead and start wrapping up this little segment here, this JAS, which I like doing every once in a while, and letting you know about the movies. And yeah, some of the movies are pretty good. Some are going to be really good this year. I hope. That's my big hope. Um, but yeah, we'll see what goes on, and we'll get through it. And as I've made a point to, I will only comment with others on movies I've already seen. So, one that we did just see, one that we just saw was a horror film, and it was called Until Dawn, and it was really bizarre. It was kind of a town caught in a time loop, kind of caught in crisis. It was a town that had been destroyed by a mine explosion, and these four people, these four teenagers or middle teens or young adults, I think they were probably young adults, but they end up in this small town which shouldn't really exist, but it's there. And then they have to go through a whole night, 24 hours of trying to survive. And some of them ended up dying several million times. So it was kind of like, um, Groundhog Day on crack. Sorry, YouTube, I had to just use that word, one line. Okay, that's it. But it was just like Groundhog Day on insane drugs, and people were just, it was weird as heck. Until Dawn, it's called. Yeah, it was a bizarre horror film, but that was the last film that Suzanne and I have seen, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad for time travel and all sorts of horror, and not a lot. There was a few jump scares which were pretty effective, but not all the way through. So yeah, it's called Until Dawn. If you haven't seen it yet, and I don't know if it's still in the theaters or not, but if you see it on, uh, ask somebody if they could, play it, through Cosme or anything as a special watch party. Until Dawn. Yeah, it's bizarre. It is whack, but it's a decent horror film. So yeah, that's the latest thing we've seen. Until Dawn. Yeah, it's pretty good. It is. Okay, so let's thank our friends here. Of course, I am me. So who's this guy? No, it's me. Also, Roger Blair. Thank you, Roger Blair, for coming here. He has some good content. Check out his channel, and he's also a very good supporter of our Mikey Seuss for shindigs here that goes on. Also, our very first supporter and the one who put us on the map and gave us the very first like was Hakeem. Hakeem, thank you so much again. I'm glad to see you again, sir. I hope you're feeling better. I know you were out of it for a while, but I hope that things are better for you, my friend. Also, I wanted to advertise that if you are new to streaming or looking to level up on your StreamYard, check out the StreamYard and get a $10 discount. And there is their StreamYard link that you can go through there. Also, we had our friend Daniel's Hot Topics. Welcome, Daniel, and I thank you so much for coming through here. I hope you'll come join us tonight for, excuse me, for Gorilla Censored Thoughts Part 2 of his Rome Total War and Cigar Lounge that he's working on tonight. So hopefully you can come and join us. And also Rex, who is known as Devil Flyer Momentum. Rex, you are always welcome for being here in our channel. If there is a future stream and you would like to co-host with me about movies or about pop culture, please let me know. We can get the two of us together and and do a show together. It would be a lot of fun. Alrighty. So thank you so much, my friend Rex, for being here. Okay. And Hakeem says, I played the Until Dawn game and it had Mr. Robot in it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. It was based on the video game, the movie, live action, but it was done really well. I thought it was done really well. It was a pretty good horror film. Yeah. And I enjoyed it. It was good. And we both enjoyed it. Suzanne and I both. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, kept me on the edge of my seat. Most of it. Um, yeah, it was kind of cool. Okay, so like we said, tomorrow we've got 2 episodes of A Team at 12 noon straight up Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time. We have PvP's birthday being simulcast on both our channel, Mikey Seuss 4, also on Gorilla's Censored Thoughts, and on Sci-Fi Sif Dance channel. So we'll have that going on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. to celebrate our friend's 67th birthday. So looking forward to that. Waltons on Friday. Make sure you check out the Waltons with us. Let's see. This week's episode, let me take a look. La, 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 la. There we go. And let's see. Yeah. So this week, Friday, we're doing season 4, episode 20. It's called The Test. Nice. All right. So that'll be this coming Friday night. Probably right around 9 o'clock Eastern time, I believe. That's usually when we start. And then Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf starts her podcast again this weekend, sometime around 4:05 p.m. Eastern time, both on Saturday and Sunday afternoon, along with Sci-Fi Sifdan's doing his shows at after 5 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. So make sure you check all of that out. Hopefully, I'll be there to co-host most of the shows. So check me out if you want, or just check us all out. And yeah, a lot of fun. Okay, so we have reached the hour. So I just want to say, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, I want to say a quick prayer out and shout out to all, not just my beloved wife, Suzanne, to get through her knee surgeries coming up and her shoulder surgery. But also, we want to pray for Larry, who's Be Yourself Adventures. We want to pray for our brother Jay, Jay Aldridge, who's in Louisiana. We want to pray for my brother Jay, who's over in Michigan, with all their partners, Nikki and Renee and Diane, respectively. And we also want to pray a lot of prayers for our friend Patrick Wise, who is going through lots of problems. I hope that he can get through what he's going through, and then he finds a better direction to go into with all his props, his ghostly props and everything else. Ghastly props, I'm sorry, and everything else that he does. So we'll say extra prayers for him. So for all those people we asked for, we ask for Lord God to help and pray for us, his son Jesus Christ, Jesus' mother, our most blessed Virgin Mary, the Holy Spirit, and of course our patron saints, Saint Suzanne and Saint Michael the Archangel, defender of heaven. Pray for us on everything we've asked for, Lord, if it's your will. And we ask in your name, amen and amen, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So thank you. And 2 people still. Cool. Very, very cool. All right. So thank you everyone for being here. If I didn't mention you, please, I apologize. I do try to mention every single person that appears in the chat, everybody that's with us. Anyone that does join us eventually when we do more deluxe live streams where we'll have panels and things like that. So hopefully everybody here is going to have a good weekend coming up. Please be safe out there. You know, it's a rough world. As we always say, Suzanne says, leave everything in God's hands. Great piece of advice. Larry, my brother of 50 years, says, always be yourself from Be Yourself Adventures. And of course, I always say, always expect the unexpected. Everybody and everyone all at once here on Mikey's 4. And Hakeem says, see you, Mikey. And chat, have a great day. You too, Mr. Hakeem. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you being a part of our chats and being with us. So thank you so much, my friend. Okay, so as the wonderful Gene Siskel at one time, the member of the Siskel and Ebert clan there at the movies, always said, the aisle's now closed. So with that, folks, don't forget, God bless America, God bless Canada, God bless this wonderful world we live in, and of course, peace from Mikey Seuss 4. Don't forget, as I said, tonight Gorilla will have his part 2 with his Rome Total War play that he does while we talk about other subjects. And then don't forget PvP's birthday tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you check that out. And don't forget my A team at 12 noon with this guy, Murdoch 2. See you, everybody. I'll be there. Yay. Yeah, I know you will be. All right. So everyone take care, and we'll see you again next time on Mikey Sue's War.